Yo guys, I'm Yellow, a Norwegian hardcore PC gamer, and today I figure that we should not take a look at the guy that fell down from the tree right there. Instead, I figured we should go through why CSGO has gotten as big as it has. In which, keep in mind that I've already made a video similar to this one before, but I figured I should resurface it because people aren't too aware of this, so that kind of has to get fixed, I guess you could say. Now, keep in mind though, that this is Counter-Strike's second wind, okay? 1.6 made Counter-Strike pretty big, and it was my first FPS game that I pretty much played because, you know, I didn't really take interest in it earlier. But when I then took interest, I was kind of sort of sold with the FPS genre. However, down the line, I started to play more Call of Duty instead for other alternate reasons. Aside from Half-Life, though, that game was pretty crazy, in which eventually a break or a crash in the FPS PC market happened. And that was maybe because of many reasons, but the primary reason I would say would be the AAA games not performing up to par. What I'm talking about should fairly obviously be the matter of fact that Call of Duty Ghosts at one moment in time, I guess still to this day, but also Battlefield 4, they were not performing to a satisfactory kind of level. I even bought a second graphics card at the time, which I later sold, in which it didn't increase my frame rate in Call of Duty Ghosts from 30 to anything. I was still stuck at 30, which was pretty sad, and that meant that the game was not really up to my satisfactory need anymore. Now, keep in mind that I obviously swapped games right after that, and later down the line I played an insane amount of CSGO, because I enjoy this game more, and I get like 5 to 10 times more frames per second, which is fucking great, because that means that, you know, I can perform better as a player. And that is aside from everything else the game has to offer. But the point, though, and the theme right here is that, as a customer, I just want to be served the very best, and Counter-Strike does that, to me at least, way better than what Call of Duty did at the time. Now, I obviously know that the coming Call of Duties are doing a lot better, and the same will probably go for the Battlefield games and any other shooter game out there that anybody might enjoy. However, the theme and the point here should be fairly obvious. Matter of fact is that the game performed better, and at the time and place in which there was a hole in the market for people being satisfied by the game they bought, Valve jumped out there with CSGO, which was launched in like early 2012 or something, in which they tuned the game and tuned it more, and eventually the game was performing well and it was playable, and people already took interest in it from before. And so when I then boot up the game, I had a great time, just like most other people, even though again I was fairly shit at the game when I bought it and when I was new. My first rank was Nova 4, but then eventually I started to rank up again because it was quite the swap of games. But yeah, the story is pretty much told on this channel. Now, moving on then, other alternate factors within Counter-Strike, and also in contrast of Counter-Strike versus other AAA first-person shooter games on the PC, are also very obvious factors for why Counter-Strike has gotten as big as it has. I guess you could say that you could blame not just Valve for making a game work out in the way they did, but also you could blame Counter-Strike in terms of the community and what we have made as people playing the game for Counter-Strike's success. And that would obviously be people's skilling at the game and getting incredibly skilled, people creating a third party to some degree. Does that make any sense? I don't know, but you get the point, okay? People creating skins and artistic content for the game, and that is aside from maps, and by that I mean like proper custom maps. You know, Cache is a good example, just to put one out there, or Santorini, and that is also aside from custom practice maps and fun maps that you also get from the custom community maps, in which are free to play for everybody. You just get the game and you find a couple of maps and you download them from the community server list, and voila, it's pretty straightforward. But the best part is that it's all free, and it's a ton of fun, you know? Anybody could probably enjoy surfing, even though, again, it's a bit difficult, especially if you're new, I guess. And that is also, by the way, aside from KC climbing, the Hunger Game modes. I do believe there's something called Jailbreak, too, but I don't really have too much experience in that. And keep in mind, people, that this is all aside from anything related to money in the game. That will be skins that you can buy now, and 5-6 years down the line, it could be worth a ton of money, or gambling for that matter. And also, that is obviously aside from getting good at the game and the hype and the technicalities behind how deep the game is, in which the story that is being told here, people, is that customers just want to be as satisfied as it can be. The best product will thus probably win or do really good, as Counter-Strike is right now, because we just want to have a lot of fun, and we want to do that either for a cheaper coin or towards a better effect, okay? So while I might not be completely accurate in this video, at least the numbers are showing that I should be fairly on spot. So hopefully you people enjoy the information and the video right here. Here are two other ones if you want to get deeper or smarter at the game of CS, in which I just gotta say thanks for watching. Also, I want to point out that I actually had birthday recently, so you can take a little look in the description and follow me around if you want to, I guess you could say, serve up a present. I don't really care too much about that, but you people can do what you want. So anyways, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and don't get beastified when you play.